Welcome to this week's Down Home with Tina show. I am so looking forward to sharing with you the guests that I have this week. I have with the Robert K. Fox Family Y, Jason Boothe. He is the executive director. He also talks about the River Valley Complex or campus, and both have pretty much the same, of course, except for the 6th Avenue. You've got, of course, the swimming pools and the other things, but there are tracks at both. Anyways, I've run into a couple of people who they'll say, well, do you ever go to River Valley? You know how they say creatures of habit or whatever. I guess I'm just a creature of habit, so I kind of go to the one and never the other, and maybe I will one day venture out of my comfort zone. But folks, I also have Deb Connell, who is going to talk about the Lancaster Festival. A lot of great things happening this year, and I know I probably say that every year since I've had her on, but every year it's always great, and it's a blessing to have the Lancaster Festival here in our very hometown. So watch to find out what she's got to share. It is Down Home with Tina.
My name is Allie. I just became 14 years sober at the end of last month. Through the support of my family and friends, I got the courage to ask for help. And through treatment services and the recovery community, I was able to start my recovery journey. Now I get to work as a peer supporter and an addiction treatment navigator, where I get to help the next sick and suffering. If you don't have family and friends that can support you right now, you can find those supports through treatment providers, the recovery community, and peer supporters like me. Every life matters, and your recovery is worth it.
This message is brought to you by the Fairfield County Adam H. Board.
The Frankie Smith Funeral Home and Crematory in Lancaster and the Johnson Smith Funeral Home in Baltimore have a long and wonderful history of serving our community. Feel free to give us a call at 740-653-0652. Stop in and see us at either of our two locations, 405 North Columbus Street in Lancaster and 207 South Main Street in Baltimore. Respect for tradition, regard for change.
Welcome back to Down Home with Tina. I have Jason Boothe with me. He is the executive director of the Robert K. Fox Family YMCA, and it is a place I have been going for about, I'm trying to think, maybe 10 years-ish, something like that. And I have to tell you, it is I don't call it my saving grace or something, because when I have all this energy built up and I don't go walk on the bike path and I don't ride the bicycle on the bike path because I don't want to go by myself. I just don't feel safe. And so it is my safe place to go when I want to run maybe the track upstairs but welcome.
Yeah.
How
Thanks,
are you,
Tina.
Jason?
Doing great. Thanks for having me.
How often are you out there doing the exercises yourself? Do you kind of have one of those days where you're just like, I'm out of the office, I'm going upstairs, or I'm
usually, actually my wife and I go usually every morning,
Nice.
around 6 in the morning up to the Wellness Center on the 6th Avenue facility. Yeah. It's awesome.
Wonderful.
Love it.
How long have you been in the position now?
Since September, so just right about 6 months. So
Yeah.
It's felt like about 3 weeks. It's gone so fast. It's been awesome, but it's been great.
Very, very busy times, I'm sure. What's it been like for you since you've been there in this short amount of time already?
A lot of learning and a lot of listening to the staff. First of all, we have a wonderful staff. The people are phenomenal, which is what has really kept the Y as strong as it is through a lot of adversity. Mm-hmm. Before I got here, from a flood to COVID, and it's the people that are running it that has really kept it together. So I love coming into a team like that, and we just keep it rolling and take it to an even better place as much as we can. But it's been wonderful to learn from them, to see the success that we're having, implement some new things and get some excitement going. So it's been a lot of fun. I really like it.
You have a busy couple of months coming up, don't you?
Yeah. One of the new things is a golf tournament, which is in June. I'll get to that in a second. But before that, in May, on May 13th, we have our annual 5K run from the 6th Avenue, the Robert K. Fox location on 6th Avenue. That's at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
And following that there'll be a little kids run at the end of that. But following that at 10:30 is our Healthy Kids Day, which is a whole interactive, fun activities and stuff, at the facility. So come do the run and then bring your kids and have some fun for them.
What day did you say that is?
May 13th.
May 13th.
Saturday, May 13th.
Registration is good to do in advance?
Right now, yeah, it's
Okay,
open.
right now.
Everything's available on ymcalancaster.org.
Okay.
And then in June, we're having our first ever golf tournament, which we've never had before.
Okay.
It's just a fun way to get some exposure and have people interact and raise some money for our cause. At the Lancaster Golf Club, which is an amazing course. So that registration is open and people can register now, and people are, and so.
And when you say open, of course, it's open to anybody
Anyone,
and everybody.
yeah. Don't have to be a
helps
member.
The why.
Yeah, it's just a golf tournament for the community to enjoy.
And again, just for folks, in case they don't know, Robert K. Fox Family YMCA, it is a nonprofit organization.
Correct.
So these fundraisers are very, very important to keep you guys going. And I know it was a hard
Absolutely.
hit during COVID, as many places were.
Yeah.
But you guys are back on track pre-COVID, kind of.
Yeah,
is what-
our membership is up over 19% year over year, and compared to numbers from February of 2020, right before the world basically ended as we knew it, our membership numbers are past those numbers today, which is amazing, which is wonderful. Very fortunate, but we're not going to rest on that. We're going to keep going and keep building membership. So it's exciting, though, that people are getting back into the Y and supporting us.
And I said, because I go myself, that it is wonderful to see people in there and in the gym. I'm not that person that goes in and is just like, yes, nobody's here.
Yeah.
I want to see them coming in, of course, because for their own health.
Well, like I said, my wife and I have gone at 6 a.m. every day, and there's the same people you see every day in there. But there have been a lot of new faces too in the last month and a half, 2 months since January. You got a lot of the New Year's resolutions. People still holding on to those, but it's gotten busier. But it's not at a point where it's so busy you can't do what you want to do or get on equipment.
Correct.
Because there's plenty of equipment. It's not overly crowded by any means, which is what we want, which is
And
great.
I just like to use my own experiences as an example, because I don't go the same time every day. I'm not on that set schedule.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think it might help me if I am. But with that being said, you're right. I mean, me as a witness of going in and experiencing it, there may be people there throughout the day, all day,
Right.
but there's enough for me to do. If somebody is on that machine, I'm going to go do something else. It's not that it's overly crowded. With that also being said, you don't not only have the 6th Street, you also have the River Valley Complex.
Yep. So we have more than one location. So we are actually the Family YMCA of Lancaster and Fairfield County. The Robert K. Fox is the location at 6th Avenue.
Okay.
And we were always known as the Robert K. Fox Family Y because that was our only location for many, many years. But we now have the River Valley campus out on Memorial Drive. So that's a big misunderstanding from people, like, well, I've joined at the 6th Avenue. I didn't join at the hospital one. No, you join one membership, gets you access to both as much as you want.
Yeah.
So the River Valley campus complex is a hidden gem, and a lot of people prefer that one over 6th Avenue, and a lot of people prefer 6th Avenue over the other one. Coming from the West Coast and in the Mid-Atlantic where I lived for a long time, I've heard people say, well, I don't want to drive all the way over there to that location. Okay, well, I just love that perspective because it's like, well, this town isn't that big, but I get it. I'm starting to learn, the stoplights, it takes a little while. But it's nice to have the option of, basically one on each end of town to go to whichever one is most convenient for you. And the services at each are very similar. Really, the only difference is that the 6th Avenue one has our beautiful pools. We have the only 2 indoor pools in Fairfield County.
Nice.
So we're very fortunate to have that.
And so let's go ahead and talk about memberships.
Yes.
And that. Do you have kind of anything that's a special that you offer?
Yeah, we
folks?
have lots of different membership types, from youth to teen to young adult to 2 adults to household to a bunch of different options. So the prices are there. But if you are a member and you bring another member, you get 20% off both of your memberships.
Oh.
So if you have a friend join, you both get to benefit from that. So.
Okay.
And we also have open doors policy where we don't want to turn anyone away for lack of ability to pay. So we have the ability to help people to take as much as 65% off of their membership
Okay.
to help them make those payments. And that's something that we rely on the generosity of the community through our annual campaign, the golf tournament, the 5K, all that goes towards helping our Open Doors program, as well as other stuff that we do, childcare, helping with scholarships for that, all the giving back that we do as a nonprofit. That's our mission. So we don't want to turn anyone away. So anyone interested or even thinking about it, even if you think you might be able to afford it, let us talk to you, and I'm sure we can figure out a way.
Now, I know that you all offer many different classes
Yes.
to attend.
Yeah.
Now, you also, if somebody's not interested in the classes, you have, for instance, you have open swim and open gym and things like that.
Yep. Yeah, the classes are just an added benefit for members, and non-members can join the classes. They pay a little bit more as a non-member. And we are actually having some internal discussions about even including classes as part of our membership here across the board, which I know will be very warmly received. That's a big, feedback we've gotten. But we're analyzing that, financially to see how we can make it work, and I think we can. But that'll be even bigger benefit, bigger reason to be a member down the road. But as of today, a lot of classes are free. There are a lot of classes, there are some classes that you do have to pay for even as a member, but you pay less than a non-member. Yeah. But to be a part of the swim, if you have kids who want to be part of the youth swim team, you have to be a member. There's certain things that gymnastics, you have your child on the gymnastics team, you have to be a member.
Yeah.
So things like that, childcare, you don't have to be a member, but it's a discounted rate if you are a member. So some pretty big benefits across the board to being a member.
Anything brand new that you want to make sure that you do say, if you've not already said it or have said it, repeat it for folks.
Well, we've got a lot of changes. We're constantly renovating. We've got new baskets in the Martin's gym, which are a nice addition with fiberglass backboards that are adjustable up and down. We're going to add some other baskets in the Fulton gym that will be adjustable, that we'll be able to start to do more youth and family programming. Youth programming, youth basketball, they can play on the smaller baskets on a shorter court. So starting to expand our programs and offerings. But these exciting events coming up here in the next few weeks and months are going to be a lot of fun.
And how do folks follow you? How do they reach out to you if they do have questions or anything, Jason?
YMCALancaster.org has all of our information, has all information on those events.
Okay.
All of our contact information is on there. But our number, 740-654-0616.
Wonderful. And I do just have to add, I was debating on if we had time, then I was going to or not. I'm so grateful that you guys do have the open gym time because I am learning how to play basketball. It's self-taught, so some people are like, that's not how you play basketball. But my number one thing is it's not throw basketball, you shoot. Hoops is what it's, right? Is that what it is?
You should watch Caitlin Clark from the University of Iowa and just take a few notes from her. But she's close. She's almost there. I've seen her shoot. But
you caught me one day.
There.
Didn't you catch me one day when I actually made a 3-pointer? I think you did. Because there's nobody in there, and I don't realize. I guess somebody could look in the window and kind of peek in to see what I'm doing. But I am really animated when I make a 3-pointer because it is so exciting. Because I told Jason it took me forever to get my first one.
Next time you do, let me know. We'll get the security camera pulled up and let you have that proof.
Of how excited I get when I make one. Jason, thank you so very much for being here and sharing everything you guys got going on. Folks, I hope you get to make it out and that you get to help the Robert K. Fox Family Y and all of the things that they have coming up. Good family stuff happening. Don't go anywhere. I'll be back in just a minute. I have got the Lancaster Festival Executive Director, Deb Connell, coming up. It's Down Home with Tina.
You walked down the aisle and promised happily ever after. Sometimes happily ever after means ending a relationship. We know the conversations are not easy. Deciding what's best for you, your children, and your next steps takes work and communication. At Dagger Law, we know there are no monsters in a divorce, only people trying to find their way. Local, trusted, experienced. Dagger Law.
The central and midwestern U.S. averages more than 850 tornadoes each year, and lately, the number of floods has been rising in the region too. So chances are, there will be more twisters and floods near here again. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are, you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has all the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
Welcome back to Down Home with Tina. The Lancaster Festival will be here before we know it. It takes place towards the end of July. Now, for many years that we have had it, Deb Connell is with me. She's the executive director, and we're going to find out a little bit about that. How many years now, Deb?
This is 39 years of the festival, my sixth year as director.
Already? 6 years.
It goes by very quickly.
I bet. To plan for it right after the 1 year ends, it's like, here we go again.
Right. We are planning 2024 right now.
Oh, so it's before you even end the 2023 season.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Goodness gracious. So what has it been like for you in the last 6 years?
It has been incredible. I know that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, number one.
Yeah.
I love everybody that I work with and all of the crews that we work with. I think the thing that I'm most proud of is we've taken a big step forward, with our artistic budget, and are able to bring in some artists that people in the community really want to come and see. So I'm very proud of that.
Yes, very, very exciting. So what are the dates this year?
The first concert is on Thursday the 20th. That's the opening night at St. Mary with the orchestra.
Yep.
And then the very last concert with Sheryl Crow is July the 29th.
Wonderful. So let's talk a little bit about is there anything else going on before that?
No,
for anybody other than the ticket sales.
Yeah, ticket sales. Tickets are on sale now. Tables are still available for all concerts, and we did add a new special feature this year that is a kind of a gift to the community that we thought the very first time that we do it, we want to just give it to the community and see what they think. Mm-hmm. So we're doing a rock and pops concert with the orchestra. So it's all rock music, it's all orchestra, but we will have some special guest singers from the community. We will have a rock violinist, Shaban Cronin, and it is a free concert.
When is this?
That is Tuesday, July the 25th.
Tuesday, July 25th. Yes. Everything starts
7:30
on the Thursday, and then we have the Saturday. That first Saturday show is going to be whom?
Andy Grammer.
Andy Grammer. Now, for folks who don't know Andy Grammer, because we want tickets to sell just as much as they will or have so far for Sheryl Crow. Who is Andy Grammer?
Andy Grammer is an amazing artist who got his start in the streets of San Francisco as a busker. He has played everywhere. I guarantee you know his music. Mm-hmm. And I guarantee you that anybody 35 and under is more excited about Andy Grammer than they are about Sheryl Crow.
Really?
Really, yes.
Nice.
When I said to my 21-year-old son who was coming this year, he said, I can't believe you could get Andy Grammer. I'm like, well, I knew he was good, but, I'm a little old for his demographic. But think a little bit pop artist Michael Bublé.
Oh.
Gonna sound gorgeous with an orchestra. He's very energetic. He's a real showman. He puts on a great show, and he's got an amazing voice.
Really? And then from there, you said the Tuesday night is the pop rock.
Yeah.
Concert.
So we were actually gonna have 5 concerts out on the Wendell concert stage this year, which is a lot for my staff and crew to do, but I very much appreciate them.
Because it's usually the 2 Saturdays and the Wednesday.
And then 2 years ago, we added the Monday night jazz concert.
That's right. Okay, yes.
So we've got Saturday with Andy Grammer, Monday with Byron Stripling, and the Monday night jazz, which if you haven't been out to see him, he's bringing new friends this year. It's the Columbus Jazz Orchestra's 50th anniversary, so they're going to come.
Nice.
Some of those guys are going to come and celebrate with us. Oh. Tuesday is this new concert that we are giving to the community.
And that one's free, you said?
And that one's free.
Is that kind of like them being free, first come, first server? Are you going to have tables out, or is it all just open?
You can, if you want a table, if you say, hey, I want a table for this night, you can call and we'll just reserve you one. We'll put your name on it, you will have a table. If you just come out and there's still tables that are not reserved, you can just take a table.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And then, of course, Wednesday night, we've got our tribute band night that we can talk about.
Let's talk about that one, because I even remember
so much fun.
when you first had the announcement. A friend of mine goes, "It's not who I thought it was." And what's great is that I think she did. I don't know if it was her daughter or she really thought it was the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yes.
And
No
the
peppers.
type of that music and everything, and it's nothing whatsoever to do
No
with
peppers,
them.
and it's not even a Red Hot Chili Peppers tribute band.
Right.
So this is a little bit, a little bit off of what we normally do. They are the Red Hot Chili Pipers. They are a 8-piece rock band fronted by bagpipes.
And do they wear the kilt and everything?
They are from
That's what
Scotland.
I thought. So
they are true bagpipers
I'm so
in their
excited
band.
because I'm Scottish, so I'm like, now that you say that, they're all, I mean, it was so exciting to me when you were like, they're from Scotland.
They're from Scotland. They only come to the States, a certain years, and I've been kind of after them for a few years to come and be with us. So it is going to be tribute music. It's all rock music that they cover, but with this real twist of bagpipers. Yeah.
Yeah. Which, I mean, what's the difference? I would say the difference, it's completely different with the sound and, of course, and everything. Because on the Saturdays, you have those artists with the orchestra.
Right.
This is just another form of way that they incorporate, instead of the orchestra, the pipes, the bagpipes into it. That's how I see it.
They are
An
so
awesome thing.
much fun. They're very energetic. They'll be off that stage and into the audience. They'll be... they just put on a very high energy show.
Are tables available to purchase for each of those concerts?
Yes.
So, okay.
So what we do with the Monday and the Wednesday, all the tickets are the same price.
Okay.
Whether it's a table seat or whether it's a general admission seat.
Okay.
So if you have 10 buddies and you want to reserve a table, you just pay the 10 general admission tickets and we reserve you a table. Again, if there's tables that aren't reserved, when you get there with your general admission ticket and you want to take a table, you take a table.
Oh, okay.
And normally on the Monday night, there are tables open. Wednesday night, it's kind of iffy whether there's tables open or not.
Okay.
It's become a very fast-growing, popular night for us.
Yes. Yeah, and it has. I've been to the last couple of them.
Yeah.
So... And then, of course, we're going to go to our Saturday night.
Which, I don't get, fangirlish about much of anything. I see the artists, I talk to their people, and, it's just their job, just like we have our jobs.
Right.
I'm a little, starstruck, to tell you the truth. Sheryl Crow, 9-time Grammy Award winner.
Gives me goosebumps.
She's nominated this year for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So please vote. Get online and vote for Sheryl Crow. We would really like her to win on the 24th of this month. She's an amazing artist. She's an amazing person. She's one of the great legends. We're very happy to have her.
Very, very excited for everything that's happening for the Lancaster Festival. That's just a tip of the iceberg, I want to say, with what all you do that have going on. From that, when is the very first night? I know you said St. Mary's.
Thursday the 20th.
It is Thursday.
That's the very first night of the festival.
Other things going on though downtown, right? I mean,
not before then.
Not before Thursday.
Yes.
When are they doing the street painting this year? Italian street painting and all of that stuff.
You can start reserving your squares for Italian street painting, which we did change the name of. Now,
you did.
Chalk the Block.
Chalk the Block. Perfect.
Yeah,
great.
Because we're not really painting in the street
No,
or
you're
painting
not.
or it's not
that's
Italian.
Much
so
better.
Yeah.
Yes.
Chalk the Block starts on June the 10th or July the 10th. You can start reserving your spaces. You can come in the office. You can call. You can do it online.
You can reserve those now.
You can do it on July, starting on July the 10th.
10th is when you start reserving those, and then when you go down to begin.
You can start your artwork on the sidewalk there around Fountain Square on the 19th, which is Wednesday. It has to be done by the 21st, which is Art Walk.
Okay.
Okay.
Which is the 20th is the Thursday, and then the 21st is the Art Walk on the Friday. So it needs to be done by the Wednesday. So the only thing that takes place prior to the Thursday night is the chalk block.
Yeah, you'll see some people out there creating artwork.
Oh, and I think that's great. And then you just go and that's free to do is that free
There's,
to do the chalk block, or is it, how
there
does
is
that
a
work
small fee when you reserve your square, and that gives you your box of high pigment chalk so that it stays on the sidewalk.
Oh,
Yeah.
awesome.
So you reserve your square and you stop in the office and you pick up your chalk.
And who would have known that that's what because it's somebody who's never done it. So if you ever think about doing it, then definitely do it. And then I was going to ask you one other, just tickets. How do folks get the tickets?
Online.
For any of the ticketed events.
LancasterFestival.org. You can stop in our box office at 117 West Wheeling Street.
Okay.
Our lovely volunteers are ready to serve you.
They are.
And then, or by phone.
Okay.
740-687-4808.
You having the program this year?
Oh, yeah.
Booklet?
Yep.
Okay. When will that be ready and available?
Probably the first week of July. We're still putting that together. Actually, right now, from now through May the 1st, we're still taking advertising. If any of our businesses around want to feature their business in the program.
All right.
You can call the office
And the number for the office?
740-687-4808.
And Facebook, of course, and the website.
Yep.
One more time.
Facebook, Instagram. Website is LancasterFestival.org.
Okay.
Because we are a nonprofit. So, yeah.
Perfect.
It's going to be a great year.
Yeah, just stay up to date. Watch them on social media, folks. I'm so excited for you. I'm always excited when it's got that. It's just an amazing week and a half. Deb, thank you so much for
Thanks for
coming
having
and
me.
everything. Absolutely. Folks, don't go anywhere. Just a little message I want to share with you. When I get back, it's Down Home with Tina.
There's so many rewards in life. You coming into our home was one of the greatest rewards we could have ever had.
You know, it took 20 years, and I got my third child, who was 17 at the time.
It's so cool to watch the adult that you've become, and you really have done as much for us as you think we've done for you.
Down Home with Tina is brought to you by these amazing sponsors. If you'd like to be a sponsor, please reach out to me. You can always go to my Facebook, send me a message there, which of course is called Down Home with Tina, or email downhomewithtina@gmail.com, and I will share with you the details on how you can be highlighted. Maybe we can come up with something for you. Anyways, folks, I just got back from vacation, and this past week I shared a video of a game that I had played with my cousin and her family. It's a game that I had played here in Ohio, and I went to visit her in North Carolina. And just share a little bit about that. I think that it is just so important to get time together, away, go on vacation, go visit family, go do. But this game is something that the kids loved it so much, as well as we adults, that we couldn't stop playing it, that we would stay up late playing the game. It was kind of one of those games. Called Telestrations, I always recommend, suggest. Watch the clip. It's just really, really funny, the way that people react and the way that, I don't know, it's communicating actually, so it's fun. I also got to stop at a bookstore when I was in another part of North Carolina. It was in Morehead City, and it was called Knowledge of Christ Books and Gifts. And I just want to talk about the lady in there. If you ever are in the Swansboro Emerald Isle area, it's not far from the island there. I don't know of a bookstore around here that I can find and see anything that I think is really cool. So I got this bracelet that she actually gave to me. I don't even know why she gave it to me. It says Hope on it. I was looking at them and I just thought, and I'd purchased some things and I had left. You want a Christian bookstore. I don't know if they have online options or not. Look it up if you can. You name it, she has got it in that store. It was almost kind of like walking into another store, a craft store, where you go, oh, wow, this is a lot. But it was really, really a great place. And there's sweet people out there in the world. And she had no idea what I do or anything like that. So thought I'd just give her a little shout out. Folks, thank you so much for watching the show. I hope you have a blessed week. God bless and good day. It is Down Home with Tina.